This Good Morning Northwest morning spread is brought to you by Bill's Heating and Air Conditioning.
6:53 is your time. Let's get you up to speed on your Friday morning here in the morning spread.
Mark Peterson telling us how we are going from record highs to below freezing temperatures.
Ariel Drayton is live with the final day of the Jay and Kevin food drive.
But we begin with President Biden's major foreign policy speech last night from the Oval Office. He spoke for 15 minutes, comforting the nation and standing firm with Israel and Ukraine as he pushes forward with an aid request to Congress to help both of those nations at war. Biden announcing that he will request $105 billion in aid from Congress, $60 billion for Ukraine, $14 billion for Israel.
The man filling in as temporary House Speaker has already threatened to quit. Congressman Jim Jordan is vowing to take his bid for House Speaker back to the floor for a third round of voting. But a meeting last night with the holdouts in his party failed to change any minds. ABC News has learned Patrick McHenry threatened to quit if his colleagues tried to give him more power outside of his caretaker role, which he took on after former Speaker Kevin McCarthy was ousted. The very latest on the votes for Speaker coming up next on Good Morning America.
All right, as we look at what we can expect in our First Alert Weather. By the way, the First Alert Weather app is going to come into play next week, I promise you. But today, sunny and 72, more cloud cover up to the north in Colville and Omak. You're going to be in the upper 60s. Here's our day today. Yeah, we're going to warm up beautifully. We're going to have 72 for the high. We're going to see some clouds coming in this afternoon and then exiting again with more cloud cover again Saturday.
Documents explain what a Spokane County Sheriff Sergeant says led him to break a man's ribs and puncture his lung. That man, Kevin Hinton, was parked in a Spokane Valley park after hours in August. According to this report written by Sergeant Clay Hilton the night of the incident, Hilton says Kevin Hinton was confrontational and had 2 knives in his car. Sergeant Hilton says he feared at one point Hinton was trying to grab one of the knives while resisting arrest. Sergeant Hilton is on administrative leave while the incident is investigated. Hinton is in the process of suing the county. You can see our previous coverage of this story on KXLY.com.
For the first time, we have a look inside the Spokane County Sheriff's Office Regional Training Center on the West Plains. The Sheriff's Office says the facility will be a new place for law enforcement to learn and practice a variety of emergency situations. The simulator there can provide multiple types of scenarios. The key is to try to de-escalate situations. New recruits have been using that facility already.
A 17-year-old Chelan County high school student faces charges for threatening to shoot up his school. The sheriff's office says a female student reported the threat to the Cashmere High School principal, saying a classmate threatened to shoot her first before moving on to the rest of the school. The classmate was arrested and booked into the Chelan County Juvenile Justice Center.
Today is the last day for you to gather all of your food donations and bring them down to R&R RV Center. I'll give you some details if you take a look at your screen on how you can donate. The Jay and Kevin Show has been collecting food donations for over 28 years to help end hunger in the Inland Northwest. You can bring a food donation, drop it off at the location at 525 East Francis at the R&R RV Park to make a count, and you can also make a cash donation online.
Well, deputies arrested a man for pointing a powerful laser at a Life Flight helicopter carrying a patient, and again at Spokane County's Air One helicopter. This image, captured by the sheriff's office, shows how piercing that light is, even from several thousand feet away. These lights can temporarily blind pilots and make it incredibly dangerous to fly. Pointing a laser at any aircraft is a felony and can be charged at both the state and federal level with an $11,000 fine per incident.
If you're looking for a way to help fire victims in Medical Lake, skilled sawyers are still needed this Saturday to help cut down limbs and, or rather, cut down trees and limbs that have been burned. This help goes a long way for families who are still recovering. There are cleanup days on the next 3 Saturdays. If you want to volunteer, you do need to pre-register online. The link and a QR code is set up on the KXLY.com site. Look for the Extreme Team page. You can find that under the Features tab. Back to wrap things up right after this.